Hi everyone, welcome to Social Impact Speech Workshop. Today we will talk about gestures. So, why gestures are important, how we can use body language to make a difference in our delivery, what are some key points of using gestures, and how we can avoid cross-cultural gesture pitfalls, and how we can practice gestures. And then after the key takeaway, you'll have some tasks for you to complete in your workbook. So first of all, why gestures matter? Gestures reinforce. Reinforce means add power. So they add power to your words. They show the audience where to focus, what to listen for. And they make your speech more engaging. So they make your speech alive. And body language is universal, like many basic body language is universal. Of course, we have some culture specific gestures, but the really basic one is universal. So gestures help us appear confident, and they help us connect with our audience. So let's think of different ways of saying the same thing. If I say, this is very important, or if I say, this is very important, which one feels more important to you? The first one or the second one? So I think the second one felt more important. So I think it's very important to kind of emphasize your important points, and then the audience can connect and understand better. So let's think of some key points, key important points in gestures. First one, the universal one, the basic one, is eye contact. So eye contact builds a connection with the audience. It shows confidence and sincerity. Sincerity means honesty. Like, remember when we finish a letter, like formal letter, we would sometimes write yours sincerely and then your name. That means that your letter was honest, like you didn't lie. So when you make your speech, you also want to show that you are sincere. You are not lying. So you can do that by looking at people. And when you look at your audience and you try to convey your message, people will believe you. And one point here is, like, if you look at the same place, like same point in the audience, same spot, maybe it will be tiring and will look unnatural. So try to look different to different places, like move your eye contact around the audience. And that will actually help you relax because you're not like staring in one place. And it will also appear more natural and confident. You can do that by imagining in your head. You can imagine that you're having conversation with different people in the crowd. Let's practice this. Thank you for being here today. Try doing it in front of a mirror. Like, look in the mirror and imagine that there's the audience there and say, thank you for being here today. Okay. You can also record yourself on your smartphone. But I think a mirror is better because, like, it helps you do in many different ways very quickly. Yeah. Okay. So why open body language is important? Closed body language, like crossed arms, makes you look nervous. But open gestures make you appear welcoming and confident. So stand with your feet shoulder widths apart. Keep your arms relaxed and open. Avoid fidgeting. Fidgeting means like playing with your hair, adjusting your clothes, or holding objects, unnecessarily objects. I myself have a bad habit of holding a pen when I deliver my classes. So I try to fight that, but sometimes I still like always hold a pen or a marker. And if you find it, like if you have some kind of item that is lucky for you, like maybe and it's not a big one, then I think it's okay to hold this item. But maybe the best way is not to do it like openly. So avoid fidgeting, avoid holding objects. Make sure you're relaxed, like standing straight, feet shoulder width apart, and your hands are open. And we also have some purposeful gestures. So we can express like numbers, size, direction, emphasis. So for example, if we talk about numbers, we can show our fingers like 1, 2, 3. When we talk about size, we can show big or small. And of course, we can say left, right, but we can also say, I hope, and point upward, or let's go on and point forward. And for emphasis, we can say, remember when we started, like, this is important. Or we can also focus with 2 hands, like, this is the way to go. Focus. Let's focus on this one. So open palms, firm hand gestures, add emphasis to your speech. So let's practice with these sentences. We have 3 goals today. This problem is huge. This problem concerns all of us here. Encircle your audience. Make a big circle, yourself included, all of us here. And also, let's think about some pitfalls that we need to avoid. Like, there are some gestures that are considered taboos in most cultures. First one is hands in pockets. Hands in pockets means that you're hiding something. Maybe you're hiding a gun in your pocket. And so it is scary, right? So you don't want to hide anything from your audience. You want to look open, remember, open and peaceful. So the hands are open. And also, I don't think that crossed arms is a good gesture as well, because when you cross your arms, you kind of appear a little bit like a snob. So, but when you're making a speech, it's not a good gesture. If you want to appear confident in a photo, that's okay, but not during a speech. So pointing directly at someone, that's also kind of rude in some cultures. And again, as I mentioned earlier, avoid fidgeting or overly dramatic gestures like waving your hands too much and using unnecessary gestures that might distract from your message. So the important thing is simple, intentional gestures are better than overdoing it. So how we can practice? Practice different gestures in front of a mirror. So try step by step. So today I will talk about how we can make a difference. Let's try with this sentence. Today, I will talk about how can we make a difference, or difference, or difference. Difference? Try different things. Maybe what I imagine as difference is different for you. So try it out. Think how you can make eye contact, what kind of gestures you can add. Maybe you don't need gestures and you just want we only, or maybe you want today only. So, or only the difference. So it's up to you. Try different things, see how it looks in the mirror, of course, and find your way. Find the gesture that you feel comfortable when delivering your speech. And imagine you're practicing in front of the audience. Record yourself again. Practice with a family member. That's also very important. If your family members are busy, practice with your dog. Practice with with a teddy bear. That's also okay. just make sure you're practicing not just by yourself, but kind of delivering to someone. That is very important. So the key takeaway today is that gestures, eye contact, and open body language make your speech more engaging, impactful. Keep gestures simple and intentional. Avoid distracting habits like fidgeting. So gestures might feel awkward, like strange at first, but with practice, they become natural. And remember, when you practice in front of the mirror, if you noticed some gestures that you like and you think make you look more like make you look better when you delivering your speech, note them down and also try to practicing them even more. So practice gestures, eye contact in your next speech rehearsal. So try recording yourself. Check the recordings or check the recordings on the next day and think, where did I go wrong? Where did I do well? How can I improve? Analyze your speech, analyze your delivery, and think where you can make like better points, like improvements. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.